previous videos, we built the precedence diagram and applied the critical path method to determine the start and finish times and the slack of the activities. With this information, we can build a Gantt chart, and that is what we will do in this new video. First, I will describe you the principles of the Gantt chart and the harmonogram. Then I will show you a Gantt chart in Project Libre, which is a free project management software. The next steps relate to the Gantt chart of the project we calculated before, with all activities in both early and late start. Let us have a look at what exactly a Gantt chart and a harmonogram are. As you may remember from the first videos, the Gantt chart was introduced by Henry Gantt at the beginning of the 20th century. In essence, a Gantt chart is a calendar-type time schedule on which we put the activities based on their scheduling information, like start and finish times. The Gantt chart provides the overview of the start, finish, slack, and the duration of the activities to complete. It is basically the schedule baseline and is later used for resources allocation and evaluation. At the same time, a Polish engineer, Karol Adamicki, developed a similar system which he called the harmonogram. Unfortunately, he only published his work in the second half of the 1930s and only in Polish. Nobody in the Western world about the method, and the Gantt chart conquered the world. Although other methods have been developed since the early 20th century, the Gantt chart is still a tool that is used by many project managers, and you can find it as part of many project management software packages. The Gantt chart will later be used to allocate and evaluate resources utilization and create resources, schedule, and cost baselines. Here is the view of the Gantt chart as you can find it in the project management software Project Libre. You can download and install Project Libre for free, and it is available in many different languages, and the data can be exchanged between commercial programs like MS Project and other. The schedule that is represented here shows 13 activities related to constructing a boat, and they have their specific duration and precedence information. When you enter the activities, their duration and precedences, the program automatically creates the Gantt chart. The activities in red are on the critical path, while the blue ones are not critical. Here you have an Excel application of the Gantt chart, and you find for all activities their duration, early start, late start, early finish, late finish, and the slack. The Excel table is very useful because we can use it later when evaluating resources and calculating the budget. Here the activities on the critical path are shown in red. The non-critical activities and the slack are shown in green. In this first Excel, I presented the Gantt chart with all activities in their early start position. It means that they all start at the early start and all activities have their maximum slack. When we look at the slack, we have to make a distinction between slack and free slack. Let us look at the activities A and C. Although both have the same slack, the slack of A is not free slack because when we move the finish time of the activity, it will affect the start time of activity C. On the other hand, when I move the end time of D with not more than one period, there will be no effect of activity G. But when I move it more than one period, it will affect activity G. This means that activity D has a free slack of 1 period and a total slack of 5 periods. We will start with the evaluation of resources with the activities in the early start position and resolve the eventual resources issue by moving or extending the activities, which will lead to the planned start and finish times of the activities. The other extreme possibility is to put all the activities in their late start positions, as shown in the Excel. Now all slack is gone and all activities become critical. This also means that there is no more flexibility. Later we will use the early and late start positions to determine the budgets, and we'll use that to evaluate the actual situation when we have determined the planned start and finish dates after resources allocations and issue resolution. But that will be for later. Now we finished the introduction and the definition of the Gantt chart and have reviewed some examples. In the next videos we will look deeper into the budgeting using the Gantt chart. And that was it for this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you later. Thank you and bye-bye.